Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, people, can think what they want. I just know at the end of the day, I'm super confident in my ability to play right now. I've been ready for this moment for a while, especially with the last couple of weeks. Training in Dallas, Texas, with Duke Manyweather. He's prepped me very well, and I'm extremely confident. And again, I'm ready for this moment.
What is it that makes you ready? Like, what are you good at right now?
Right now, I mean, right now, like.
What are you good at right now? What makes you ready right now?
Yeah, right now I think what sets me apart specifically is my mentality. I'm an ultra competitor. I come from a very competitive environment at Penn State. I know every day I come into the facilities. I'm ready to work. I'm trying to outdo myself every day. I'm trying to outdo everyone else. All my teammates, but for the better of everyone. Because I know at the end of the day, by competing with myself and my teammates, not only am I making myself better, but I'm making everyone around me better as well.
How does that competitiveness manifest on the field? Just how do you show that competitiveness when you play?
On the field, yeah, I mean, from that, it really just comes from, a place of pride, just knowing that, again, I'm on the field, I'm in that uniform and I'm representing that program. So, it's on me to give it my all on every single play.
Well, when thinking back to your decision to come back, because a lot of people expect you to do it last year, but you made a decision to come back to Penn State. And do you feel like you got what you wanted out of it last year?
Yes, sir. Coming back to Penn State for an extra year, a lot had to do with me getting the opportunity to graduate, but also grow more as a player on and off the field. Speaking off the field, it was a big goal of mine to become more of a leader, again, just vocally and through my actions, and on the field just developing more as a football player completely all around. And I feel that, a year later after making that decision, I made the right choice.
As far as your play on the field, where do you feel like you're able to dominate now? Where are some areas you feel like you need to get better?
Yeah, starting on the stuff that I still need to get better on, still just working on my overall pad level, just staying as low as possible throughout the entire play and my hand placement. But in terms of my strengths, I'm a huge strainer, and I know that's very important in the NFL. Watching edge rushers, a lot of their production comes from, not only not just getting, sacks and pressures off of their first move, but really off of their second move, being able to get O-linemen's hands off of them, once an O-lineman has made contact with them. So, I feel like my strain is, very good along with, my grip strength as well.
How do you feel about playing with Will Levis again?
Yeah, no, that'd be great. I talked to Will the other day or yesterday. It'd be great. It'd be great playing with Will. Obviously, he was at Penn State my freshman year, and he was one of the older guys that really made my transition to Penn State from high school ball a lot easier.
Have you met with the Titans? And what was that like?
Yeah, I met with the Titans. It was a great meeting. Love the coaching staff. Yeah.
What was this conversation with Levis like?
With Levis, I mean, we're just catching up. I mean, I haven't seen him in person since my freshman year, but it was a good conversation. We just caught up and we're just talking.
Olu, when you go against guys like Chop and Adisa in practice, how does that sharpen your skills?
Oh, I mean, I can talk about Chop and Adisa all day. With Chop, it's pure speed and pure get off, and he's helped me a lot in terms of my get off myself. As an offensive lineman, especially a tackle, your get off is your number one thing. If you have a great get off, you're good for at least 80% of the play. And with Chop, you have to be on your A game with your get off. So being able to compete with him every practice, fine tune my skills in terms of getting off, it's been great. And with Adisa, you just have to make sure you're ready for anything because he has a very deep bag of pass rush moves that you have to be prepared for.
Have you gotten to know Joe Alt a little bit, and how do you think your games compare?
Yeah, no, I've gotten the opportunity to meet Joe. Super nice guy, super chill. We gel really well. And in terms of our game, I think we're very similar. We both know how to utilize our length. But Joe's a great guy.
How much does being the first tackle off the board matter to you?
For me, I mean, obviously it'd be very nice, but at the end of the day, I'm just blessed to be in this position.
Olu, what do you know about the Jets?
Yeah, I met with the Jets. It was a very good meeting as well. We looked through some of my film, and they asked me to talk to them about them, and talk to them about the film, and they gave me great advice. So it was a great meeting.
Talk to me about for a guy like Aaron Rodgers.
Could you repeat that?
What would it be like for you to block for a guy like Aaron Rodgers if you ended up there?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be awesome. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, legend of the game, so to have that opportunity to be able to block for him, it'd be awesome.
Talk to me about being named the captain at Penn State, what it meant to you and what you learned from having that distinction.
Yes, sir. Being a captain at Penn State, it definitely meant a lot. It showed how much the whole, not only my teammates, but, everyone in the program, how much respect that they had for me. So, being named the captain, it was definitely a great moment and, something that I always cherish.
Did you learn anything about leadership through that role, and how can that help you as you make a transition?
Yes, sir. Most definitely. It taught me a lot about leadership in terms of looking after the team, from a whole. I knew as a captain, more specifically an offensive captain, that, I had to make sure that not only was my O-line good, but, everyone else, running backs, receivers, tight ends, quarterbacks, and, it definitely taught me a lot.
Have you met with the Chicago Bears?
Yes, sir. I met with the Bears.
How did that meeting go?
It was great. It was another great meeting with the Bears. Again, more of the same, just looking over my film, talking through the film. But yeah, it was a great meeting.
They have the number 1 and the number 9 pick, and there's a lot of talk that they might potentially draft Caleb Williams. The idea for you to block for a guy like Caleb, and your thoughts on his college career?
Yeah, again, that'd be a great opportunity to block for Caleb. Again, we went to the same high school, so it'd be pretty funny if we were, both reunited on an NFL team.
You got any high school stories that you can share with us with Caleb?
Any high school stories? Not really. Nothing crazy. Caleb's super chill guy. Love him. He's awesome. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, in terms of game prepping against edge rushers, it really starts on Sunday night for me, after a game, and I like to really watch the third and long cut up and the 2-minute cut up of the edge rushers that I'm going against that week, just because that's when you're going to get their best moves. That's when you're going to get their most confident moves that they think that they can beat anyone with. So I like to watch that earlier in the week just to get that in the back of my head. Then something that I picked up this year was talking to my scout team and developmental squad D linemen that I go against in practice, sending them clips of the moves that I'm going to see this week, and just telling them to mix that into their pass rush, just so again, I have an idea and I can get a feel for the type of moves I'm going to get on that Saturday.
How do you pronounce your full first name and last name, and how many ways do people butcher it?
So my full first name is Olu Fashanu, then my last name is Fashanu. And in terms of butchering it, it's not really bad. I'm known by Olu, so I feel like it's pretty hard to mess that up. It's 2 syllables. It shouldn't be that hard. And Fashanu, I've gotten a couple of different, like Fashanu, stuff like that, but not too bad. Yes, sir.
Should get in that space as you guys are kind of part of. I think that you're going to be the best guy every day.
Yeah, most definitely. In terms of NIL, I think that any college athlete, now that we're in the position to profit off of our name, image, and likeness, they should do everything possible to try to maximize, that. So, yes, sir. No. No, I never did. No.
Talk about how much you pay attention to who needs a tackle, maybe where you're projected.
To be completely honest, so you mean like mock drafts? I'll be honest, I haven't looked at a mock draft since October. That's something that, at the end of the day, it's that person's opinion, and they're entitled to their own opinion. So I have no idea where I am in terms of mock drafts. At the end of the day, I'm just focused on myself and getting better every day.
Was there a specific one that made you stop?
Huh?
Was there a specific mock draft you saw that made you stop? Why?
Well, yeah, to be honest, October's, that was kind of random. I haven't looked at a mock draft, more specifically since the season started, so August. And I know at the end of the day, I know myself, and I know that, if I look at stuff like that, it could potentially distract me from, the team. Because, again, I was during the season, I'm a team captain, got to make sure I'm locked in.
Have you had family tell you, hey, we're here, we're going to USC?
Yeah, I've had family tell me, I've been everywhere on the mock drafts, earlier, later, all that. So yeah.
Well, we're talking about guys that are still at Penn State.
Yes, sir.
Who should we be watching out for next year?
I mean, everyone on the line. I mean, Drew Shelton, someone I think of very highly. That's a guy that, honestly, if everything goes right, he should be, a lot better than I ever was at Penn State. Vega Ioane, Nick Dawkins, Sal Wormley, Anthony Donko. I mean, everyone on that line, JB Nelson, everyone on that line, they're extremely hard workers. They're very dedicated to the process, and, I'm very excited for them.
Back in high school, did you and Caleb ever talk about when they will both be in the NFL? Or that,
You said back in high school?
yeah, did you guys ever talk about NFL dreams or whatever? Or,
I mean, being completely transparent, no, not back in high school. I mean, at Gonzaga, everyone kind of knew that Caleb was that guy already, in terms of that. When he won the Heisman, I was not surprised at all because everyone in that area knew that Caleb was special. So, we didn't really talk about, him and I, being on that, it was more so Caleb. But, to even be in this position, I'm extremely blessed. No, I have not.
Have you got a chance to meet with head coach Sean Payton of the Broncos?
Yeah, yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
what kind of your biggest takeaway from your interaction with Sean Payton?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Payton, it was a very good conversation. We were just talking through, he asked me a lot about myself, and, it was a very normal conversation, seemed like a great guy. The Patriots, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, it was a great meeting. Talked about myself. Watched through a couple clips of myself and just asked me to, assess what was going on. But yeah, very smooth meeting.
Olu, you met with the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yes, sir.
How did that meeting go? What was your impression of Coach Pierce?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great meeting. The Raiders, that meeting, everyone was super chill, super cool. It was a great meeting. Great meeting. Yeah, Cardinals too.
Everybody talks about Jonathan Gannon's energy.
Yeah, he had a lot of energy, walking into that room, super pumped up. Got a really good vibe from the guy, and yeah, it was a smooth meeting.
And how would you feel playing opposite of another Big Ten tackle, Paris Johnson Jr., protecting Kyler Murray?
Yeah, no, it'd be cool. Paris and I were peers last year, playing in the same conference. So to have that opportunity to block, on the other side of the line with him, it'd be cool.
How well do you know Caleb Williams?
Pretty well. We went to the same high school.
Yeah, what can you tell us about who he is as a person?
He's super chill. He's laid back. If you talk to him, one-on-one as a person, you love the guy. He's a very, very, very chill, nonchalant guy. Yeah, it's cool.
What have you thought, knowing him personally, what have you thought about a lot of the speculation and some of the way the media has talked about him?
Yeah, it's been unfavorable to him. I think it's been a little bit unfair, but I know Caleb personally. I went to school with him for 3 years. I know the type of guy he is. I still talk to him to this day, and it sucks when you see headlines of different quotes being taken out from a full paragraph, but that's just the name of the game. But I know Caleb, it doesn't affect him at all, and he's just gonna keep being himself.
whenever you said earlier that the best aspect of your game was the screen, can you explain that?
Yeah, I got you. So, in the NFL, and I could really point out like Max Crosby, for instance. Max Crosby, he'll get a lot of wins with his first pass rush move, right? But a lot of his success has come from his second move. So he'll get off the ball. He'll engage with an O lineman. The O lineman will have his hands on him, but Max Crosby will one way or another get the O lineman's hands off of him, and he'll finish the play. Make the sack. And in terms of the way that I counter, high energy guys and stuff like that, and that has a lot to do with my grip strength. So again, like once I get my hands on a D lineman, I understand that the play's not over. I got to keep straining, got to keep, showing a lot of effort, and the play isn't over until that ball's in the air.
What would you say, is the time, at Penn State that you're most proud of, whether it was like football or
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
did you do with the Bengals?
Yeah, so I met with the Bengals. It was a great interview. But yeah, I'd say like my proudest moment at Penn State was definitely this past December. Being able to graduate a semester early, is a very big goal of mine, and it was just a culminating moment for myself. Being named an All-American, Big Ten Lineman of the Year. It was just a very full circle moment.
Olu, you said you talked to several teams. You said pretty much all of them were great. Was there any one or two that really kind of stuck out more, or maybe offensive line coach that kind of really?
I wouldn't say there was one that stuck out. I just knew that going into the formal interviews, I didn't really know what to expect. So, the nerves were high, but, at the end of the day, we just talked football, and I love football, so that's why they all went great. Yes, sir. Yeah, yes, ma'am. So in high school at Gonzaga, during almost every lunch period, me and my best friends, if we had any extra time, we would go down to our homeless shelter because Gonzaga has one called the Father McKenna Center, and we just go out, help in any way that we can, help serve lunch, have conversations and all that.
Why was that important to you?
For me, it was just about, helping out the community in any way possible. And at the end of the day, we were all just freshmen in high school. We had a lot of extra time on our hands, and we knew that, we had the time to go help out. So, we just decided to go do it.
Have you met with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Sorry?
Have you met with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
No, sir.